Alright, so this is a test, and yeah, a relaxation test. I'm just trying out my new webcam. And posting to YouTube. I actually don't have anything really to talk about. I'm about to go to my yoga class, which is a really big thing in my existence right now. And other than that, I just have been kind of playing with a lot of electronics lately. I got a new computer, which is going to really help launch some extra creative vibes or flow or energy, I don't know, whatever emotion that you want to call it, propel it onto the internet via various forms such as music and videos, which is pretty exciting. This new camera is pretty fantastic. It keeps on making me all blurry, look like I'm from the 50s. Nice 50s blurry photo shot. Anyway, so I'm here, I'm alive. I don't always have the energy to post. I mean, if you have creative outlets, or any outlet at all, which I think most outlets of any human experience, nature, are mostly considered creative if you're doing it for yourself, then it's probably some form of creation. And if you do that, then you will know that it takes a lot of energy, and being alive in the Western world also takes a lot of energy. So, you know, paying bills and requires working for somebody, and that requires your energy. And so when one is working 40 hours plus, they don't necessarily have a lot of creative energy. Anyways, that being said, that's why I haven't been really posting. But working a lot last year without having a lot of videos has created this year a lot of creative energy. I guess it's more like storing my creative energy. I've been constantly thinking up amazing things that I want to do, and so putting it to now is always a fun thing. What else is going on? I've been really focusing on yoga, and I'm not sure of your take on yoga, what your definition is, but I've been blogging again, which is really exciting. I haven't blogged in almost a year, and so to start that back up again, I revamped my web space, which is pretty exciting as well. And then starting on this new YouTube thing with this new webcam. And as you can see, I've moved. I've actually moved quite a while ago. I've been living here for more than almost a year and a half, which is huge for Kaylee. Geez, you know, she owned a mobile home not too long ago. And so rooting myself has been a theme of last year, and now it's about expanding, I suppose. So before I wrap it up, because I have to go to yoga in a very short period of time, or leave to yoga. I can't wait until it's warmer. I would love to go, but I would experience frostbite of sorts. Wouldn't have any ears by the time I got there. But anyways, I do usually walk, but today's a little too cold. I think it's -14 outside. But anyways, all my sidetracking, that's why I love to write it down before I start talking. But I haven't done one of these rant things in a while. In fact, it's probably been maybe even 2 years. I don't know. Okay, again, I was sidetracked on my sidetrack. That's ridiculous. What was I going to say? Oh, yoga. Yesterday, I was just reading up on homework and yoga and doing some, I don't know, just been thinking about it a lot. I've absorbed it. Oh no. Computer went. Whoops. Sorry, it's a new computer. It's Windows 8 and it's not the best. I don't recommend it. Anyway, it just went out on me. Anyways, you're back. So, what was I? Yes. About that documentary I was watching. I was researching yoga, and I found this documentary, which I will post, hopefully, in the description. It's called Yogis of Tibet, Yogis of Tibet. And I'm well aware of Tibet, and I have had some research experiences diving deep into the world of the internet when it comes to Tibet. And it's a big part of some past experiences I've had, but I don't think I actually knew what happened. You know, like you loosely absorb history, but until it really is presented, say in the form of a documentary with images and people and experiences being shared with you, it really hits home. And I was surprised to find it was really this Holocaust of sorts that kind of took place just after, you know, the Hitler Holocaust. So the Nazi Holocaust, I don't know. Then it was the the Chinese Holocaust. I don't know. It was really, really wild. And when I lived in Toronto for a little bit, I was living on Jameson Avenue, which is kind of Tibetan Lane, you know. A lot of people, you walk down there and everyone has free Tibet promotions and whatnot. So it was really interesting to watch that documentary and having that as my own history, my own experience with Tibet, with a lot of people that have just, you know, have been displaced, I suppose, from this apparent utopia. Seems very fascinating for a society to have existed on what it was, and promoting all of these individuals who just wanted to spend their entire lives exploring the inner realms of the mind. How fascinating. And speaking of which, I did do another silent retreat. I actually didn't really get into that on YouTube. That other YouTube video, I stated that I would go back, and I think some people might have taken it as a little negative experience that I had with the Vipassana, but it really was beautiful, and I went back. Maybe I'll talk about it a little later. I did see UFO-y things while I was there twice or even 3 times, I think. Pretty fantastic, and so did everyone else. It's an apparent thing to see in Egbert, Ontario, this green glowing UFO thing. Lots of people see it. Anyways, again, sidetrack, but I don't care. I hope you enjoyed that sidetrack. Sidestep. But this documentary was fascinating. It was so amazing to see and hear from these yogis, and the Dalai Lama was in the documentary a bit, and he was so cute and amazing as he is, as a bright being. And I'm not too sure about what a Dalai Lama is. I know reincarnate of I don't know who, but he sure is special, that's for sure. But he was just describing in the documentary of how, you know, the people he looks up to, the yogis that are spending years and years and lifetimes in a reclusive, meditative state. And he actually was influential on releasing this documentary to share with the world the secrets of sorts. And there's a part in there where they show a breathing exercise, and it's really not just breathing, it's a whole physical exercise of jumping up and doing all these moves that are in sequence of what has been passed down in secrecy, which is now exposed to us on the virtual world. And wow, it was just something else. I felt like I had seen that before or something. It was a really weird moment. But from that, of yesterday, and moving on to today, I just was reading an article how Harvard University has discovered that meditating more and more and more and more often and consistently helps change your genes, change your DNA to help combat, you know, the diseases that are stimulated or created by stress. And I mean, a half of me, maybe the immature half, is like, well, of course, you didn't know that? My God. But then the other half says, you know, like, I am not as consistent as I want to be. I still have aches and pains that I know are due to me not sitting down and freaking relaxing. And it's because of this hustle and bustle, and I was thinking, wow, you know, we eat all these stimulants like sugars and caffeines, the enes, the nicotines, and I see it, especially because I move around a lot in Toronto, part of my new job, and I work with a lot of people, a lot, and where I work is an entertainment industry that's, you know, entertainment is supposed to be a relaxing, a thing that is really maybe distract you. Maybe that's what entertainment is, a distraction from your stresses, where meditation is, maybe meditation isn't. Anyways, I thought that was an interesting study, you know, by sitting and meditating you can prevent your arthritis from happening, and you can prevent all these things that genes literally alter and heal. And honestly, ever since starting this yoga, I mean, I was pretty stable before and what I would thought balanced, but I'm walking taller, straighter. I swear by the end of this I'm going to be an inch taller. I know it. And I feel great. My skin is super clear. I always know whenever I have a pimple or something, it's always to do with something going on in my life. And what else? I don't know. It's just, oh, the observation of mind that this, I'm not saying it's connected to yoga, but what I define yoga as is a complete unification of all forms of life, I suppose, and a complete observation as well as participation. Anyways, that's actually, I think, yoga loosely translates into a unification of sorts. But in summary of this rant, I'm doing really good, really, really good. And I don't know. If you haven't tried yoga yet, maybe you should. I'm taking a path of a hatha yoga, and my teacher is really phenomenal. She's a storyteller, and that is right up my alley. If you couldn't have told from my, 12-minute story I just told you. And yeah, I guess I just wanted to share that everything's going peachy keen over here and in my land, my little box land, which is all you see, I suppose. And yeah, I hope everything's well on your boat wherever you are sailing. And if it's not, then change it. That's all there is to it. Alright, well, I'm going to stop this, and hopefully, I'm recording directly onto YouTube, and I've done that before, and it was all choppy, so if it's choppy, then blah, blah, oh well. And if it's not, then great. This is a great, quick little thing I can do before going to yoga. Alright, peace out, and if you can't see it, I love you! That's right there. And that was not an orb that just came down. That was definitely, or maybe it was, maybe dust particles are orbs. Horton Hears a Who. That was an orb of sorts. And there was lots of fancy little beings on that. Anyways, okay, I'm sidetracking my ending too. So peace out, my friends. And I can't wait because I'm creating a backdrop, a green screen backdrop, so that I can have some funky, I don't know, whatever's behind me during my videos. going to start having some fun with that, with my new 8 gig processor computer. That's right. No more shitty video editing. Adieu, my friends, and if you're cold, I wish you warm, and if you're warm, I don't know. That's pretty good if you're warm. And if you're cold, I guess if you go to Tibet, they could teach you how to warm up if you watch that documentary. Okay, gotta stop. Bye.